Travel writers cover different beats.
I tackle the quirky, cultural side of travel.
I find edgy, risk-taking stories.
The trick is to find stories that inspire.
And the stories that sell.
We're about to tell you about a great new show you can watch on OLN. It is called Wordtravels. That's right, I said Wordtravels. There's a little bit of a play on word there, kids. And joining us now are the two hosts you just saw right there. They also happen to be travel writers. And when I saw the episode about Venezuela, it made me want to get off the couch and just go somewhere. We're joined now by Julia Dimon and Robin Esrock from Wordtravels. How are you guys?
Fantastic, thank you.
Now, you guys, maybe you can tell us about the time you guys first met.
We were in Turkey. I was traveling around the world east to west, and Julia was west to east, or vice versa. I was writing a column for the Vancouver Sun, around the world travel column, and Julia was writing a column for the Toronto Star. We just happened to intersect at a small lakeside hostel in central Turkey.
And you guys had never met before, kind of just kept in touch, and the next time you guys met in person, was it when you found out you're going to be hosting the show?
Yeah, you know, a meeting in Turkey in a tiny little backpacker hostel sort of evolved into what is now a show, Wordtravels, about the lives of two young travel writers, Robin and I.
And that's what's interesting about the show to me, watching it. It's all about the written word. It's not just a typical travel show where you do crazy things, but you are writers. And
that's right.
You see the... I guess when you started the show, was that the strategy? You said, this is how we're going to make it different?
Yeah, the show is about writers, exactly. You know, there's a lot of travel shows out there, but there's no travel shows that show this seemingly glamorous profession of travel writing and what it's all about, how we find the stories, how we experience them, how we pitch them, how we write them. And so the writing's really integrated into each episode.
And as you guys say in the episode about Venezuela that we got to see, sometimes getting to the location can be the adventure. Is that true? I mean, you've been in so many places. Is that true that sometimes the story comes in just the journey to get to where you're going?
Yeah, I mean, Robin and I have both been to, you know, a lot of countries, but I find that often the story does become getting to a place. In Ethiopia, for example, our plane broke down, so there we were, sort of in the middle of nowhere, waiting for rescue, and I think it's supposed to be an hour-and-a-half flight, and it turned into, like, I don't know, 17 hours.
So you never see that kind of stuff in travel shows. It's always slick, you know, you see someone like Ian Wright.
The glitz, the glamour.
You see it all just working out, but you never see how they get the stories. How do they find these interesting
cars
people?
breaking down, planes breaking down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, you seem to have a thing for bugs, and I saw you eat some sort of gigantic worm. Is there anything of the local cuisine of where you go that you won't try?
You know, I like to try everything when I'm traveling. You know, in terms of going somewhere, you want to experience the culture, you want to experience the food, and
How
sometimes
is this
that
experience
food.
of the giant?
Yeah,
is this a tradition?
This is actually called the marichi worm, and it's a local delicacy in Venezuela, and the indigenous people there will sample this worm.
I think they lied to you.
Yeah, probably.
They're all laughing in the background.
It's an aphrodisiac, apparently. After trying it, I felt like my vision was really clear, and I felt like a jungle woman, like I could kind of handle
And we had
anything.
to give her a wide berth.
I didn't jump on anyone, so I was okay. But just like, I don't know if it was the adrenaline or if it was the, you know, the aphrodisiac properties. I don't know, but I felt fantastic.
But you had no problem
after
with it.
trying this worm.
Ew.
Yeah, it was great. But that's what the beauty is about traveling, is to try new things that, you know, and get yourself out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
And this is the, you know, the role of a travel writer, to encourage people to get out there and
eat
experience.
very large bugs.
And eat very large bugs. Yeah.
But you said on the show that you guys have kind of an unwritten rule that you try anything food-wise, you'll eat it.
Right.
Whereas you're off the hook, but you've got to jump off things, and if there's some local custom that involves danger, you got to do it.
I'm the sucker for that. Well, you know, it's great because we're two very different people with very different perspectives on how we see the same thing, and that makes the show all the more interesting, and the writing all the more interesting. You know, same story, two different angles.
And for travelers watching too, because everybody likes to enjoy different things when they travel.
Exactly.
Now,
So,
you had to face a fear though of tiger sharks. Maybe you can explain shooting the sequence.
Shark-infested waters. You know, I mean, it was amazing. I had this incredible opportunity to swim with dolphins. I mean, who wouldn't jump
in
at
the
that?
wild,
in
not
the
how
wild.
people experience
Not
when
in
they're
a swimming
caged
pool.
in. Yeah.
Towed along a speedboat with dolphins swimming on either side of me, like a religious experience.
Yeah.
But it was shark-infested waters. There were 2 attacks the week before, and there I was being dangled like a piece of bait on dental floss, going, here guys, tasty South African meat for you.
That's right, and you'll see me safely on the boat. And you're like, hi, Robin. Yeah, you just stay in the
just
water.
eating a
Oh, you're
bug.
fine.
Now, how long did you have to stay in the water? Of course, we see mere moments of this. We see you having the great experience, the whale popping up. There's dolphins everywhere. But did you have to stay in the water for a long time?
Because, of course, behind the scenes, what you don't see on the TV show is that we have to get certain shots. And you know, my director, bless her heart, was interviewing me while I was outside the boat there.
Are you
standing
scared?
there going, looking like a turtle, going, this isn't a good idea, don't you think? I don't know. And then, of course, there was a pilot whale that just popped up in the distance going, that can't be healthy. You know, that can't be too good. Maybe I should.
You should get out.
But I tell you what, I would not have eaten that bug.
Really?
But was there a small part of you that was thinking, why doesn't the tiger shark eat me? You were like, you know what I mean? Is there something wrong here?
We were all hoping it would.
Maybe I'm the worm to the tiger
Exactly.
shark.
I ate the worm, you were the worm.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It's a nice symmetry
Exactly.
there.
But, you know, it's a great show. We're really proud of it, and it's every Wednesday on OLN. So, you know, we're feeling pretty good. And the life of a travel writer is glamorous, but this does show,
There are a few
different
pitfalls along the way.
side.
Now,
Yeah.
I've mentioned the Venezuela episode, and that's where we're seeing clips from. But Robin, where else do you go in the 13 episodes?
We chose some really unusual countries: Colombia, Lithuania, Ethiopia, Dubai, Macau. You know, we really try to hit places that people don't know a lot about because we want to inspire people to go and see the
Right.
world. You know, and you know, it's great because we hit them with the show, which looks fantastic, and then they get the chance to read what we write about with our columns and stories. So it's like a 2-pronged inspiration attack.
I like the way you put that. You made it sound like a shark made this show.
And we're also interesting in terms of the dynamic of travel writing. I have a weekly column in Metro. It's syndicated across Canada. And Robin is a freelance writer, so he pitches different publications. So we sort of represent the different spectrums of, you know, different types of travel writing.
Well, thanks so much, you guys, and congrats on the show. If you want to see Robin and Julia's adventures, you can check them out on OLN. As we mentioned, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, but then it repeats on Sunday night at 7 as well. If you want to check it out, it's an amazing show, and it'll inspire you to want to travel somewhere immediately.
Make you feel lazy.
It will. We're going to take a break, and when we return, straight from Quebec, we have Jonas right after this. Don't go away.
Here she comes, like a common